Hey everyone, welcome to this week's market update. It will be a bit of an improvised one because I'm traveling and I hope the internet plays nice. I'm recording this as a Zoom meeting. And I want to go over, obviously, the Ethereum merge, what happened after that, the trade that I took, the short one, and just overall what's happening on the market. And I think it's quite an important week ahead of us, and we had quite an important one behind us. So let me just share my screen and start talking about this. The first thing is that, yes, the merge was successful. You've seen this already. I think this is overall very good news for crypto in general in the long term. It's a huge feat on the Ethereum team. It's just amazing how they've done this. I'm not a very fluent in all things blockchain when it comes to the backend, but I still think it's quite an impressive thing that they have done. But still, this doesn't mean that there is demand for Ethereum as an asset. And the first title that we see here on CoinDesk is exactly this. You know, institutions are still wait and see with Ethereum. And everyone was kind of, not everyone, but a lot of people are waiting that once the supply of Ethereum gets cut, you will be able to see this huge influx of investors. And obviously, this will lead to price going up. However, it's not that simple. You know, one thing is the fundamental developments that we're seeing, and completely different is to have actually people that want to buy the asset at this given moment. And you can see this very clearly from the charts, actually. If we go to the weekly, you'll see that last week on the merge week, as we can call it now, we had a massive bearish engulfing candle here, like 24% down. And that's quite normal. I think we didn't have a massive run up for the merge, just because it was already priced in, as we discussed before, and we just had pretty much normal price action up until the event. And then, you know, obviously the speculators started selling on the news, and that's what caused the initial dump in the price. And now, actually, yesterday we broke down below 1400, which was a key level for me. And I've been monitoring this for quite a while now. And I was expecting it to open my short hedge, which my first main goal with this trade is to protect my Ethereum assets that I have, similar to what I've done to Bitcoin. So I don't want to sell my Ethereum, pay taxes, and so on. I don't want to take it out of cold storage. So that's why I opened the short. I hedge my position, and at the same time, I can take profit on the way down and reinvest those profits into Ethereum or any other asset. That's pretty much how I'm planning this trade. For now, it's playing out perfectly, actually. We had a big red candle on the day, although there hasn't been a lot of volume because it was on a Sunday. We still got rejected a few times from the 100-day moving average, and that's why I've put my stop loss somewhere around this area. You know, if we move above, I'm okay with taking the loss on this trade and just let price action, you know, chop around in this upper area if we go back up there. However, I think the probabilities here are that we are actually going to be stuck below 1400 for quite a while. And actually, if we retest, so what we might see is a retest of this area, confirm it as resistance, and, you know, be on continuation to the downside, I might add to my hedge here and become actually net short on my Ethereum holdings. We have to wait and see how this will play out. For now, I'm satisfied how this is playing out and, you know, the size that I have. And if we have this kind of development, I'll be fine. You know, I can increase. If we just go straight down, again, I'm satisfied with the size that I currently have. If you followed me on this trade, or if you have some kind of short, you can obviously now move your stop loss if you don't want to wait for the opportunity to go to hit your stop loss here. For me, it's okay because it's kind of a hedge, first of all. So I'm a bit more patient, and I'm okay even if I get stopped out at this level. So I'm not gonna move my stop loss here at break even, just because of the opportunity that I might want to add here if we go and retest. And if crypto usually retests an area, it doesn't matter which is the coin, it does. A lot of people get stopped out. This is how I'm gonna say it, because we have a lot of wicks There's some tight stops that people put in place because of the leverage that they're using, and I want to avoid this. And also, that's another reason to keep my stop loss here. So this is Ethereum. The next levels down that I'm seeing realistically. So the main one are obviously $1,000. I think this is a key area here, and then 800 somewhere here, like where we had a touch in the last sell off here in June. This is where I'm going to be taking profit, but probably I'll also leave a runner. Really depends how things will play out and how price action will look. And actually, one of the key drivers, as it has been for quite a while now, obviously the stock market, and we can jump into the futures, e-mini futures I want to look at, because I'm shooting this just before market open, and we can see a lot of indications of what is to come, obviously, with the stock market selling off, or maybe it will bounce from here because we're at a key area also on the stocks side. But my internet is now loading here the chart. So maybe NASDAQ, let's look at NASDAQ codes. The picture is quite similar, actually. So we have this level around, call it 11,900, where we are. And I think if we sell from here, and if we look also at the, where is it, the S&P, maybe this chart will load. Sure, yeah. These are not the futures, but still, we can look at the chart. So last week, we were breaking down below 3,900. And if we keep this level as resistance, I think there's a higher probability to retest these lower levels, around 3,700 and then maybe 36 below. So I'll definitely be happy if this happens for my short positions. Overall, for the market environment, that won't be good. It also depends what the Fed will do with the rate hike. So these are all things to watch. And if we look at the daddy, the Bitcoin, we haven't seen this yet in this video. You see that following suit, maybe because of the Ethereum sell-off. I don't know, maybe Ethereum is managing the market already. But you can see that we're again retesting this level. I haven't taken any more profit on my short here. So I'm just being patient here. I haven't also added to my short because I want to see a little bit more price action here and a little bit more confirmation that we are going for another leg down. If this happens, and if there's a valid setup and I'm not sleeping or traveling or whatever, I might be adding also to my Bitcoin short here because it's pretty much open space. If we go here, there's potential for, what is that? So around here. So like 14,000, sorry, is around 23%. So it will be good gains in this type of environment. Also, if we look at some altcoins, I think with Ethereum confirming this area potentially in the future, and confirming resistance at 1400, we could see many outs bleed. That is typical, and some of the short setups that you might look at, and I'm still keeping on watch here, is definitely AXS, and this has been a big mover. And as you can see, we're at a key level here around $12, and we're showing signs of weakness here. And there's actually good risk to reward here, because if we take the upper side here, it's around 14%, a little bit steeper. But still, the downside potential, I think, is quite significant. And usually, I'm not going to be able to go over a lot of altcoin charts here in this video, but this is pretty much the pattern that I'm always looking at, and you guys can find for yourself in many of those altcoins. And first, maybe also check if the broker that you're using for shorting have the altcoins that you potentially want to short. And obviously be careful with the volatility, because if we go to one that I took and I got stopped out, Vulcan Forged, you can see here that, especially with smaller cap coins, we've discussed this before, but I just want to really kind of repeat it because it's really important. As you can see here, we opened the short here. I got stopped out here around $4, around the 100-day moving average. It had a pop and then it flopped, and now we are back at this area. And if you are still holding this short, it still could be a profitable one, just because of the overall market conditions. But just be aware of this if you are opening out positions, short out positions, just because the upside is really big, I think, because the percentage moves to the downside that they will have are quite significant and usually bigger than Ethereum and Bitcoin, but also they're quite volatile and unpredictable when it comes to the upside in this case, even in the bear market. And just a few examples, Algo, let's see if we can load this chart, is one that had a pop. I'm not sure if they had any fundamentals. I haven't had the time to check, but you can see here that we were just retesting this support level, and we had a big pop here of around 7%, 8% on the day. So just be careful with these type of short setups because they can move in either direction quite quickly. Okay, I hope this recording went well, and we have the file. That will be everything for this update, guys. If you have any questions, obviously, you know how to find me, and that will be all.